Driving for a rideshare company had its ups and downs, but for the most part, it was easy money. Late nights were the best. Fewer drivers on the road, better surge pricing, and passengers too tired or drunk to make much conversation. That night was like any other. I had been driving for hours, picking up the usual bar hoppers and night owls. It was past 2 a.m. when a new request popped up. The pickup location was on the outskirts of town, where the street lights were few and far between. The name on the request was blank. I hesitated. Normally the app required a name. Maybe it was a glitch. Maybe I was just tired. I accepted the ride. Pulling up to the location, I expected to see someone waiting by the curb. Instead, there was just darkness. The area was desolate, an empty stretch of road lined with trees, and a single dimly lit bus stop. I waited, no one in sight. Just as I was about to cancel, the back door opened. I jumped, gripping the wheel. I hadn't seen anyone approach. The figure slipped into the seat behind me, moving so smoothly and silently that it felt unnatural. Hi, where are you headed?" I asked, forcing a casual tone. No response. The figure just sat there completely still. I cleared my throat, trying again. "Hey, I need to confirm your drop-off before we can go." Nothing. I glanced at the rearview mirror, but the back seat was cloaked in shadows. I could barely make out an outline, tall, thin, head slightly tilted forward like they were looking down. A chill crept up my spine. Then my phone vibrated. The app had updated. A new address appeared. I hadn't entered anything. The destination was on the far edge of town, past the industrial district, near an abandoned railway yard. I should have canceled the ride, but I didn't. Instead, I put the car in drive. The silence was unbearable. I could feel the presence behind me, breathing, shifting slightly, but never speaking. Every instinct screamed at me to pull over, to make them get out. But the farther we drove, the heavier the air became, as if the car itself resisted turning back. Then I noticed something strange. The rearview mirror. No matter how I adjusted it, the figure in the back seat never came into full view. I could make out the outline of a head and shoulders, but no details, no features. My hands tightened on the wheel. My pulse pounded. Something was wrong. I reached for my phone to check the app, but the screen glitched, flickering wildly before going dark. The GPS, the clock, everything gone. That's when I heard it. A whisper, faint, like wind slipping through a crack in the window. Only the windows were shut. I didn't want to look. I didn't want to acknowledge it, but I did. And in the mirror, I saw a face, not in the back seat, right next to mine. I slammed the brakes. The car screeched to a stop in the middle of the empty road. My heart pounded so hard I thought it would burst. I twisted around, expecting, hoping to see nothing. The back seat was empty. The door never opened. There were no footprints outside, no sign that anyone had ever been there. But the ride was still active on the app, the destination still locked in. I turned back to the road, breath shaky. The streetlights flickered ahead, their glow faint and struggling against the darkness. Then, from the back seat, I heard it again. A whisper, this time right behind my ear. I didn't think. I hit the gas. I don't remember how I got home. I must have driven, blind with terror, refusing to check the mirror again. When I finally pulled into my driveway, I yanked my phone from the dash. The screen was normal. The ride had ended. No record of the trip, no proof that anything had happened. Except for one thing. A new rating appeared under my profile. 5 stars, no comment, no name. Just a reminder that somewhere, out there, the silent rider was still waiting,